Hello, I am Sean, your lore master at the Carindale Adventurers Guild, and I am here to welcome you all to Season 4, The Great Plan, and tell you what's new and what to expect. For those of you who have stumbled in from the wider internet, there's always someone. We play 3-hour one-shots of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition every Monday night at the Carindale Hotel, just south of Brisbane, and we do so on a fairly ridiculous scale, filling 10 tables or sometimes even more every night. And we've been doing it for 3 years now, so if you're local or just passing through the area, do drop in from 6:30pm at any Monday and say hi. It really is something every D&D nerd should experience at least once. As with our previous seasons, all you really need to start playing at Carindale is a character sheet describing a character who's at least level 5. Actually, you don't even need that. We have some pre-made characters and spare dice, so all you really need to do is rock up. But for those who like to come prepared, you can do so with a level 5 character, based on the official 2024 rule set for Dungeons & Dragons, and some basic D&D equipment like dice, a pen and paper, and maybe a miniature. You can drop in and out however often you like, just like Adventurers League. All the tables are one-shots and there's no commitment to a campaign. But unlike Adventurers League, there is an overarching narrative linking all the tables, so if you do show up week in and week out, you can experience something of a campaign-like feel, with that feeling of character progression and narrative, all on a scale you just won't find in your private games hosted in your home garage. Season 4 is a 40-week season starting on March 2nd. The season finale is 30th of November, and that leaves a couple weeks for a casual post-season Christmas. The season is split up into 4 phases, each 10 weeks long. You can attend as much or as little as you want, but I highly recommend you keep the season finale of the 30th of November free. In 2025, Season 3, we concentrated on playtesting the rules as written as closely as possible, so we could honestly say we tried them. This year, we relax some of those restrictions as we pursue a game that suits us more closely. Because, yeah, First Edition describes it as a game for 3 or more players. I guess we're still technically running the game as originally intended? Yeah, when creating your characters, any 2014 or 2024 class, subclass, race, species, or background from sources published by Wizards of the Coast as official is permitted. Content from partnered sources is being playtested by some of our DMs, and homebrew content needs to be run by a guildmaster, probably me, before being approved. But you will see a growing library of approved homebrew and partnered content, particularly content that has been specifically homebrewed, mostly by Con, to fit in with our world of Eleanor and its lore. Aside from the potential for homebrew stuff, Season 4 includes universal blessings for all players, a revised leveling system, an item system that features exclusive limited edition items, simplified bastions, and a richer item crafting system, and of course, the Great Plan. So let's dive into it. In Season 4, all players will receive a blessing, and all tables receive a group charm. A blessing is character specific. It's a little buff or feature to help you along. At the beginning of the season, all players have access to a single blessing, the Blessing of the Changebringer, which allows them to add a d12 to any single d20 check, once a session. This helps tie our tables together in the narrative, and hopefully stops DMs running the homebrew rule of everyone gets heroic inspiration at the start of the session, which was honestly just making the humans cry. A group charm is a group buff that the whole table has to choose at the start of the session. Everyone at the table gets the same group charm. The default option available to everyone at the start of the season is Eleanoran Supplies. Everyone gets 2 healing potions, the regular base variety, on their belt at the start of the session. These potions cannot be sold, and they disappear at the end of the session. Hey, one way or another, I'm teaching you all not to go adventuring without your healing potions. You can gain access to more blessings and group charms through the Bastion system, which I'll explain in a moment. Note that if you have access to a particular group charm, then your whole table does. It's a group charm, and you're supposed to share it. But blessings, again, are character specific. You can see all other blessing and charm options in the Bastions file. For our leveling system, poor Matt and August had to recreate new character sheets throughout Season 3 as the starting level kept changing, which was a nightmare. But the feedback was otherwise positive. We want to keep the catch-up mechanics available in Season 3 while still giving our regular players room to grow and progress and something to look forward to as they attend each week. So, in Season 4, we're using a benchmark system. Your level progression is once again tied to your attendance. So your character levels as you show up, and remember to sign in on the quest board, and your character does not level if you go on holidays. You start at level 5, and the second week in, you're level 6. Then it's 2 weeks to level 7, 3 to level 8, and 4 to level 9. It's then 4 weeks for every level after 9, which means that if you attend every week, you'll be level 14 at week 31. Level 14 is, once again, our level cap. So what do I mean by benchmark? Well, in Phase 1 it means nothing, but in Phase 2 the benchmark is level 7, so you gain a level a week until you hit level 7, and then you're back to the regular leveling system. This also means almost nothing, you save a single week, but in Phase 3 the benchmark is level 9, and in Phase 4 the benchmark is level 10. You always gain a level until you hit benchmark, then you're back to the regular system. Hopefully this is a simpler system to understand. If you attend on week 1, but then you go on 3 months holiday and don't join us until nearly Phase 3, it doesn't matter when you join. Once again, if you're not the current benchmark level for any reason, it doesn't matter when you started, you gain a level until you reach benchmark. I'm so sorry, I don't know why for the life of me I couldn't say a level a week. I of course meant you gain a level a week until you hit benchmark. I thought of fixing this in edit phase, but then I just decided it was funnier to just laugh at myself. Then you refer to the first paragraph I made. In the second half of the season, that means you're back to 4 weeks per level. For the final weeks of the season, we'll make available mercenaries, level 10 pre-made characters from our sister guild in Jets, to help our new players out. You can also create your own level 10 mercenary in the final 4 weeks of the season. So if you join that late, you can kind of get to benchmark immediately. The catch is, mercenaries do not level. If you join that late in the season, you're just level 10. See you in Season 5. Finally, for those who do hit level 14, as a reward for attending a ridiculous amount of sessions in the year, if you hit level 14 and play for another 4 weeks, then on the 5th week you will be able to access an artifact item. This is a one-of-a-kind item that has history with the guild. Every monster with an above-average intelligence who sees you use one of these will know exactly what the item is, and thus will know who you are and who is coming to kill them. We chopped a good number of items out of our item plan to make it fit into 4 phases. For the most part, items run the same way as they do on the D&D Beyond database. But there are some exceptions and clarifications, so please refer to the item plan as the primary reference for what your items do. Once again, all items have a phase, which is the earliest which you can craft or buy the item. Unless you're an artificer, because that class cheats. Read the core world rules for specifics, but basically their replicate magic item feature allows them to bypass these restrictions, and we're okay with that. It's a cool class. Also, all items have a buy cost and a sell or craft cost. The buy cost is the price to buy the item outright from merchants gracing the guild from Tankiri Bay. You can do this anytime between sessions, but ouch, some of those prices. The sell cost is half the buy cost, and it's what you'll get in gold for selling the item to those same merchants, no questions asked. It's also the gold you need in raw materials if you craft the item yourself using our downtime rules. Speaking of crafting, once again, if you don't have the required proficiency, you can hire a guild artisan for 100 gold a day. But there is now a 2-week wait time. Feedback we got was that 100 gold per day just didn't add much to the cost of the item, which really cheapened the choice to get tool proficiencies or choose crafting bastion options. So now, the guild craft people are in such demand that they'll make you 2 weeks before even beginning to craft your item for you. You can of course completely bypass this by finding another player who has that tool proficiency and, shock horror, working together as a community. You'll also note that some items in Phase 3 and 4 are coloured in gold. These are artisan items, and guild crafters, as in NPC crafters, cannot craft them. You, the players, can only learn to craft these items after spending 3 weeks downtime studying the craft, or a dungeon master might offer this knowledge as an adventure reward. Once you've learned how to craft an artisan item, you can ask me to put your name up on the item plan as a person who can craft said item, and perhaps players who don't want to spend that 3 weeks learning the art of smithing a flame-tongue weapon might commission you for the work instead. Because many of you loved player shops in Season 2, and hopefully this helps bring them back. Finally, I have to introduce Wintergreen's wares. Lady Wintergreen once again sells items at the guild hall before session start, from 6 PM to 6:30, so come say hi and browse. She offers only a handful of items to sell each session, and some of those items cannot otherwise be found on the item plan, so they're limited edition. If you haven't bought the item from Lady Wintergreen and don't have her item card, then tough, you can't have that item or make it yourself. Included in Wintergreen's list of items are Dragon's Hoard items, which take a long time, cost a lot of gold, and require specific Bastion facilities to unlock their full potential. I've thrown out the rules as written on Bastions and simplified them. And yes, I made the pub available much earlier. Every player, not character, every player has 4 Bastion slots, 1 for each phase. There are 7 basic facilities: the Alchemy Lab, Arcane Study, Newsroom, Pub, Storeroom, Training Area, and Workshop. A basic facility can be placed in your Phase 1 Bastion slot, or in any Bastion slot. Each basic facility has 3 possible extensions. Extensions require their base facility to be in your Bastion, so you can't access the Golden Acorn without the Alchemy Lab. Some of the extensions depend on each other. For instance, the Advanced Scriptorium extension of the Newsroom requires the Scriptorium extension. Extensions also have a minimum phase requirement and cost gold to create. Once you have a Bastion, you can access its abilities in downtime. Some let you effectively add a tool proficiency for the purpose of crafting items. Others give you access to different blessing and group charm options. Some let you access world events, which are roleplay events that take the place of aid runs in our Discord roleplay channels. And some, like the Shipwright extension, are pure vanity. Once again, you're encouraged to map your Bastion because you might be able to convince a DM to blow it up in a grand adventure, although this season we won't be doing that unless you specifically ask us to. And once again, Bastions are entirely optional and can be started at any time and abandoned if you like. Everyone still gets their default blessing and group charm options. More detail on each of these mechanics can be found in the core world rules, now updated for Season 4, and the revised downtime rules. If in doubt, come ask me for clarification. You can find me.
Did someone just try to end the video without explaining the great plan? Nice try, Master, but you can't hide from me.
The Great Plan is the plan of the Elder Gods from Beyond. It is a bad thing. If it is realized, all things will end. The Guild Diviners, led by Relaine's apprentice, Lady Reason, have figured out most of the Great Plan, but the final step is still unknown, and it is known that several items on the plan are false. They're deliberate obfuscations designed to trick the little warriors into doing the Elder Gods' dirty work. But which signs are false? The Great Plan will be set up in the club for you all to look at, so you can marvel at how badly the guild is doing at thwarting it. As the season progresses, your Dungeon Masters will be ticking off the items that are realized. If you successfully prevent a Great Plan event from ever coming to pass, it will be crossed out completely. The Elder Gods have been planning this for a long time. Preventing any one of these events is not going to be easy. But maybe, if you can identify just what the plan is aiming at, you don't need to alter the future very much. It all sounds like fun. It sounds like another year of epic Dungeons & Dragons at Carindale. It sounds like a great plan. I am Sean, your Lore Master at Carindale, and I hope to have the pleasure of seeing you all on Monday night. Thank you all so much for playing.